Hello, good morning, welcome to my class. My name is Isabel Lafuente and this is Technology, Programming and Robotic. You are in the third semester, so you know what is technology and the main important things about the subject. It's not new for you. You have been studying this subject since first of all, so I think you know this subject. In any case, I'm going to explain you some particular aspect of the subject in this course. But first of all, this is what I'm going to explain, something about who am I, something about the subject and the content that you are going to study this course, the way we are going to organize, and we are going to organize the class and the different activities and taxes. You know that this course is very special because of coronavirus, and you know also that, well, in these circumstances we have to be creative and we have to do things in another way, but in any case the activities are the same, the contents are the same, so we are going to adapt our usually way of work to the circumstances. Very important for you, qualifications and what you need, the materials, what you need to follow the subject, and if you have any question and so on. So first of all, something about me, because I'm your teacher. My name is Isabel Lafuente, and I'm going to be your teacher in this subject. Well, I'm not so young. I studied chemistry at the university. Indeed, I'm doctor in material science and metallurgical engineering. And apart from this, I have been working and have been teaching this subject for more than 20 years. Well, not so many, no, so I don't have so much experience, but I also get the C1 level in Las Rozas. So nowadays I'm a bilingual teacher, and as you know, I usually explain this subject in English. So it's difficult for you and for me because the technical vocabulary is very complicated, and sometimes it's very complicated to explain context, technical context in English, because we haven't enough vocabulary and enough knowledge of this. But I'm going to try as I'm going to do as I'm going to do, and I think it's quite nice, it's quite enough for the subject. The context in this year. Well, as you know, you have an O evaluation at the beginning, the first month, more or less. And this first evaluation, we are going to review the project approach. That is something that you know, so it's something familiar for you. It's something that is a revision, is a review of this. But as you know also, the project approach is very important in this technology, in this subject, because we must to improve our knowledge and our abilities in this field. So this is the way we are going to do. apart from this, we also must improve programming and also robotic. So the organization, I have organized the contents in this course in 3 evaluations, as you can see. In the first, we are going to learn the IT tools in the internet, blogs, or other IT tools that we need to use more deeply in this course, because in this course we must to create collaborative rooms, but virtual collaborative rooms. It's not possible to create meetings or to do workshop indeed. As you have already do in other courses, or you are unable to use the kits of robotics, for example, because it's something to share, and this is not you can share now. So at the beginning, we are going to study deeply the IT tools. After that, we are going to study deeply also technical drawing. That is something that you have been studied from since first of ESO. Maybe we study plastic, because plastic is the materials in which the 3D print the things, as I hope you have studied in second of ESO. Also electricity, that you also study electricity and electronic, but in this course deeply, and programming and robotic, but in this course deeply. Obviously, we need to do a project. I don't know exactly what, but as you know, in a project you have the documents, and also then at least in any technical project you have an instructor and some mechanism, some motor, an electrical motors or electrical system, electronic system, control system, and we try to do some program. We are going to try to program these electronic circuits in order to create a robot. But the main problem is the materials and the kits, and that is the things we usually use to study this context. Because as you know, we can share the material. So I don't know exactly how we are going to use the kit. I suppose that documents, for example, documents can be doing in different tools, IT tools, because we have so many IT tools that let you to create documents in collaborative way. So I think it's not so difficult to translate to virtual class. Structure, we can do a structure using 3D printing instead of wood or instead of other things. But the main problem is obviously the robotic kits and the control board and so on. Taking into consideration that this is in the third evaluation, maybe the problem will be solved then. I don't know. It depends the situation and what happened, because we haven't. It's not clear what we are going to do. Well, in any case, we are going to try to do in each class a sequence of tasks. Here are in red is for the teacher and in blue is for the students. They are more or less the same. I have to clean at the beginning and at the end of the class, so I need at least five minutes to clean. The 5 first minutes I'm going to test and to check the absence in class, and you can thinking about your doubts of what you have studied. Then we do a feedback, and you usually need to ask questions or doubts about what you have studied. We added some new contents that probably will be a video, and after that we have a task that helps you to consolidate the contents. And finally, I have to clean before leaving. Well, two important things. This is obviously not exactly and not more or less is not a very rigid thing, a very rigid sequence or algorithm, but I think we are doing this way. I think once per month, more or less, or at the end of one lesson, the person who helps me with the English is going to do some activities of listening, writing, reading, or so on with you to summarize the vocabulary and the main context of the lesson. And I think it's important for you and for help you to understand. Other important thing is that, as you know, in this course we must to have two subgroups, one here and another at home. One here is follow the class here, and the other is follow the class using the computer. So, firstly, we are going to create pairs to do work with the computers. The pairs must be created, one person here in this group, and the other from the people who now is at home. We are going to stream all the contents, but I don't know, because we haven't now the tools and the space in the virtual class. I can't do anything now, but I think we can solve this problem. And with 2 or 3 pairs, it depends, I think maybe 2, we create the groups for workshop. And in this group, we are going to use the collaborative virtual spaces. That can be, for example, a blog, or a Google Drive, or the cloud of Educa Madrid, or so on. Apart from this, obviously, we have to do some personal work. Every day, at least, you have to review and study the context and the tasks that you have done it here in the session, in order to consolidate and to understand the work. And more or less, once per evaluation, you are going to have an exam. So I have qualifications. I have qualification from your activities here, and the exam. And the final grade in each evaluation is 60% your activities and 40% the exam. But you need at least 3 points to do the average. So at the end, in June or May. If you have more than 5 as average of the third evaluation, you will pass. If you don't have it, you must do an extra exam, and if in this extra exam you have more than 5, you pass also the subject. Well, and I think it's all for today. What you need to follow the subject? A notebook, that can also be a tablet. A book is not compulsory. I don't know if I'm going to follow the book of Editorial Donostierra, maybe, but we usually added some contents. So, well, if you have to buy, if you want to buy a book, well, and if you don't want to buy, at least at the beginning, well, also. And virtual classroom, obviously, you need your username and your password for virtual classroom, and obviously a lot of work because we are going to work a lot this course. And I think this is the subject. Any question? Well,